So here's how to turn like a nervous twitch or something, right, into like a genuine self-soothing mechanism. And there's nothing wrong with a nervous twitch, but as you get older, hopefully what's going to happen for you is that your self-soothing mechanisms are going to evolve, right, from this to this. And really what you're doing is you're just taking like an isolated soothing thing and you're just expanding it. Like, instead of, think of it this way, instead of your elbow having to take all of the anxiety or stress, whatever it is, and I don't know if this is actually how you were doing it, but instead of your elbow having to take all that, what if you could take it from your shoulder down? You can even pause at the elbow, swipe down the rest of your arm. This is actually a Reiki technique called dry bathing or blood bathing, where we will do this kind of like as a clearing mechanism. But what I've learned is that it's not so much about clearing other people's energy off of yourself as it is about feeling yourself. And again, that's where a lot of these like nervous twitches come in. Instead of like, you know, kind of like tapping your face. Tapping is great, by the way. EFT tapping, all that stuff is great. But I'm really into like asking your body what it wants, as opposed to just being like, oh, I saw this person on Instagram showing me, or TikTok, where all of these like tapping points are. Again, those are fine, but if you can find those for yourself as opposed to having somebody else show them to you, you can actually get deeper with, again, what is this doing for me? So for instance, like the elbow here, there might be something being held on here or something that's not being held on to here. And by simply weaving it into the rest of your body, and this is a process, don't get me wrong, and there is guidance for it. Like, I have a whole membership where we guide people to do this. But just to, you know, let you know, the tapping and stuff, like, that's your body attempting to get your attention. And when we just isolate it to one place like this, unfortunately what we're doing is we're kind of like making it out to be a problem, when really it's the opportunity or the door or the window to healing. So anyway, yeah, if you find yourself, you know, doing the boredom meditation or whatever you want to call it, if you find yourself wanting to regulate your nervous system, and then you're also seeing these like sort of like twitchiness emerge, see if you can't turn that, like, again, twitchy thing that's probably isolated to one area, and expand it, zoom out a little bit, and start to just like touch yourself and hold yourself. Even like holding your own hand. Another trick with the hands, a lot of people will like massage their own hands with their thumb. This is the radial line. And this video is all over the place. This is the radial line. This is where grabbing, focus, sympathetic nervous system lives. This is the ulnar line, right? This right here specifically. So one of the things you can do is, if you want to take, again, like a nervous twitch with your hands, instead of pinching it with your thumb and forefinger, use your pad like this, turn your hand inside out, or turn your hand inside out, and massage using this motion as opposed to this motion, because this is just going to drive it deeper, and that is going to hopefully actually allow you, if you give your body the right signals, look up, look to the left, look to the right, look into the corners, smell, swallow, and blow cool streams of air, you'll actually be able to start to access your parasympathetic nervous system without your sympathetic nervous system being like, wait, no, we need to focus, or we need to be productive, or we're in danger, even though you're not in danger. So anyway, I hope that helped. Thanks for watching the video. And one last thing of hope, again, if you start to encounter, like, you start to do healing work and you start to encounter anger or worry or any of this stuff, nervous twitches, like, oh wow, recognize, like, that has already been there. You're just becoming aware of it now. The healing process primarily is about awareness of discomfort, anger, etc. Because without the awareness, you can't fix it. And so what a lot of people will do is they'll blind themselves, like, I'm not going to look at that, I'm not going to look at the anger, I'm not going to look at the worry, I'm not going to look at the sadness, as a means of not having to do the work, but also because they don't feel safe doing it. And again, these soothing mechanisms, right, they're just inefficient. So if you can learn to mature them, and again, if you want help, come check out the archive. It's my membership. Please don't be discouraged, is what I'm saying. Don't be discouraged when you're on the healing journey and you find some weird tics or some anger or some worry or whatever. Anyway, okay, peace, bye.